My name is Chris McPhee, and I help people get more of what they want from their business. I do that by helping them implement a complete and proven system using simple, practical tools to achieve three things we call vision, traction, and healthy. And I'm here today with Phil Hammond, the founder of Integrated Sales Execution Group. So Phil, over to you. Question one is, give me your 30-second elevator pitch. What do you do for your customers? What value do you provide, or what problems do you solve?
Well, thanks, Chris. I build high-performing sales teams, and I have 25 years experience doing it. I'm a fractional or outsourced vice president of sales, supporting owners in the SMB space. I work within B2B businesses to build or reignite their sales engine. The value is that visionaries can step out of the sales process to focus on what they're good at or what the business needs them to be doing. Or even better, they can relax and enjoy their lives. How's that? What floor are we on?
That's great. I think we made it to the top. So question two is, what's a trigger event that typically causes a prospective client to reach out to you and want to engage you in your services?
Yeah, good question. A few situations come to mind, but they all come down to not winning new business and the impact that has on revenue. It's not growing, it's diminishing, or in some cases, it just isn't growing as fast as it should be when compared to what's going on with other companies in their space. In any event, the owner knows they have a revenue issue. They know if they don't fix it, there will be dire consequences. And most of all, they know that neither they nor anyone else in the building know what to do to fix that problem. If they did, they would have done it.
And so I guess then once they've made that decision, question number three is, what makes you unique? Why would they consider working with you relative to some other alternative they'd consider?
From my perspective, I think it boils down to experience and available resources, Chris. I'll talk about experience first. I've been in sales my entire career. From a sales leadership perspective, I mentioned I have 25 years behind me, much of which has been at the executive level. I've successfully led sales teams and companies to achieve their revenue targets by helping a wide array of clients overcome business challenges. And the list of clients I've helped would span every market in the country. Unlike visionaries or owners, I've dedicated my career to sales leadership. Outsourcing the function to me frees them to be able to do what they do best, run their business. I also mentioned available resources. When I compare my approach to other external alternatives, my business is supported, or probably better said, powered by the industry leader in outsourced sales leadership, a company known as Sales Acceleration, or SX for short. That's a huge advantage for my business and for my clients. The SX founders all but invented this approach as to how an SMB owner can overcome sales challenges. I also have many strategic partners available to help me through SX. Overall, the network of advisors within SX have surpassed more than $1.5 billion in incremental revenue across all clients. That's a huge amount of growth within the SMB space. So I feel our approach and the solutions that we provide not only work, but they work well, and they're very repeatable. I think what I can do for a visionary to improve sales is the way to go.
Great. So let's go on to question four. So once they made that decision to work with you, walk me through the engagement process.
It's not easy to answer given how many different situations there are and how many different businesses there are in my target market. There are a variety of services I provide to meet unique needs and sales challenges. I'll touch on a few of them for you, Chris. Most engagements begin with an on-site discovery process to evaluate the client's ability to meet sales objectives by evaluating key success drivers. Those drivers are sales strategy, sales methodology, performance management, and sales organization. Based on those outcomes, a very popular deliverable, it's what's known as a Genesis sales plan. This is really the blueprint of how to build or rebuild your sales engine. It includes obviously a detailed and comprehensive plan, as well as an outline of the appropriate sales structure, including any hiring or development needs for the sales team members. Properly executed, it all leads to the effective leadership of a much improved sales team. The owner can either implement that plan themselves or have me help them implement it at an arm's length. but that's rare to be honest. Most often, I'm engaged as an outsourced vice president of sales. Owners need to run their business. So I step in to run the sales team. I'm hands-on within the business. I implement the sales plan and take on all aspects involved with building the sales infrastructure and then fractionally leading the daily activities of the sales team for a predetermined amount of time, usually for up to a year. There are, of course, many deliverables and activities that will occur throughout my time with a client. I mentioned sales recruiting. We now have recruiters within SX. This team is dedicated to finding the right sales team members for our clients when we ask them to. I'll ensure a CRM platform tailored to the SMB space is in place and is properly utilized. We also have a CRM strategic partner. When the time is right, I can hire my replacement leader, or I can provide sales leadership training and certification to the right sales team member, essentially creating tomorrow's sales leaders. I really like that approach the best, Chris. I think that point is worth repeating. My goal in all outsourced engagements is to hire or develop my replacement. It's very much a solution that brings value in the present, but also sets up the owner long-term, whether it's a growth strategy or an exit strategy that is the desired outcome. That's a high-level response, Chris. There's a lot that goes into building or fixing a sales engine, and it doesn't happen overnight. Hopefully that gives you a good idea as to what I do.
No, that's great. So what's next for you and your company?
That's what's exciting for me, Chris. I don't really know what's next. I just know it will be rewarding and fun. You know, the best way to describe how I'm feeling these days is comparing it to how I was feeling in my previous career. Do you remember the Bill Murray movie Groundhog Day? That's how it felt sometimes. A lot of repetition, many internal meetings about when the next meeting would be, a lot of time away from home, traveling to the same places. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed my time in the corporate world. I learned a lot. You know, I met some really super people. I made great friends and of course, business contacts. And it was really rewarding as well. But until recently, I didn't realize just how much more to a career there could be. So now, on the other hand, I feel that I'm in the perfect position to do what I really enjoy doing, building and implementing sales strategies and teams from the ground up and helping them win, developing the sales leaders of tomorrow, and above all else, helping the real heroes within the business community, the SMB owners, the visionaries, the entrepreneurs who drive our economy and create jobs. Those are the people I want to help achieve goals and dreams. I've also been able to take some time to volunteer and give back to the community in a few different ways, and quite honestly, spend some more time at home, just living a more enjoyable life. That's what excites me. And Chris, it's great that I get to work with people like you. Behind every high-performing sales team is a supply chain and operational engine that is firing on all cylinders. And I know that's the outcome of the work you do with your clients at EOS worldwide. So let's just keep the momentum going.
You mentioned EOS worldwide, so maybe one last question. You read the book Traction. What resonates with you with Traction and EOS?
I think there's a definite correlation between how you transform a visionary's approach to running their business and what I do to make sure that sales is contributing in a meaningful way. I think back to that question you asked about what would trigger an owner or visionary to call me for sales help. I'll add some traction-based color to that response. I'll get a call when a visionary determines they have a rock associated with fixing their current sales infrastructure or process. Sometimes it's the wrong person in the wrong seat due to poor hiring. Either the sales leader or sales reps aren't a good fit compared to the job requirements. Sometimes it's that the visionary doesn't have the time or is generally unskilled in leading or building their sales team, and they don't get it, want it, and have the capacity to do it. You know, when it comes to the sales leadership role, there's a definite GWC challenge. The behaviors they see or feel are frustration, sense of loss or losing, loss of hope, sales team turnover, sense that we don't know what the sales team is doing, generally a lack of confidence in the sales team. Those sorts of things are keeping the visionary awake at night, These are the typical triggers and the behaviors to look for during an EOS implementation.
It's been great talking with you today, and I appreciate your time.
All right, Chris, I appreciate you and the opportunity. Thanks very much.
All right, bye for now.
Bye now.